Hello everyone and welcome. We are live on WTAJplus.com. It is our summer road adventure here on our website, digital live show. We are getting it started. This is day 4 of our trip here in Cambria County, and we are in Ebensburg at Lake Rowena. As you can see, beautiful water behind us here hosting us. We've had a lot of fun, and if you're just tuning in for the first time this week or starting to see our stuff on Facebook or Twitter or even Instagram, what we're doing is we're going 10 counties, 10 days in an RV provided by Ansley RV in Duncansville. It has been our mobile hotspot, our hub, our destination for all of our work. We've been working while on the road, we've been working while parked in parking lots, we've been working while with the people. It's been a great time, and obviously a lot of that stuff, while we're not filming stories, we're still, kind of young millennial people. I think most of us in this group are. So we're filming all the time. So here's a look at some of the behind the scenes from the first 3 days of our trip.
We do. Okay, we're ready.
All right, folks, we are at Morrisons Cove Memorial Park with the campers, and we're skating. Take a look. Having some fun.
Yeah, that'll compare all right.
All right, you can't see us, but Sean, Devin, and I are on a ride here, and it's in the dark. Oh, what was that? What was that?
This is frightening.
The bell's ringing. It's dark. I'm terrified. Oh, now we can see us. There's a skeleton.
Not go home. 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot punch.
Just a little weight song.
Sean, are you enjoying yourself?
Oh yes.
Devin, how you feeling?
Can't nobody tell me nothing.
There's Darby's leading the pack. Obviously, you've seen we've had a lot of fun so far, so let's continue that fun going into Cambria County today. We've been going between Johnstown and Ebensburg, and let's bring in a member of our team, Darby Sparks. Going through these different counties, and some of you haven't been to some of these counties, so we wanted to have a little bit of a learning experience. So we went to the Flood Museum in Johnstown. Tell us a little bit about what we learned today.
Oh goodness, there's so much information that we learned today that I learned. I learned that the Johnstown flood actually was a result of a dam that broke, and it was a result of a bunch of rich people that got together and had this club, and I put together a full package on it, and take a look. Johnstown was virtually unheard of until the Pennsylvania Railroad came through.
Basically, Johnstown had been a canal town.
Johnstown was put on the map once it became the largest and most productive hub for steel production, a vital part of the steel industry.
Johnstown became the leader in American technology.
Causing work-hungry Americans to move here in droves.
Population was doubling every 10 years.
Everything seemed to be running smoothly until railroad folks in Pittsburgh got word of an old dam 15 miles outside of town.
And they built this dam. It was only ever used for a couple of years and abandoned.
The dam was the product of a failed attempt by the Commonwealth to expand the Pennsylvania Canal system, but New Eyes saw it as an opportunity.
And got some investors, and they organized in 1879 as the South Fork Fishing and Hunting Club
to be the spot for an exclusive secret mountain retreat for Pennsylvania's wealthiest citizens.
Spent really 2 summers trying to repair the dam.
But with no experienced workers planning the old dam's restoration,
There was an accident waiting to happen.
So when the heavy rain came in spring of 1889, desperate attempts to keep the dam together fell apart.
And sent 20 million tons of water cascading.
The water was so filled with debris by the time it hit Johnstown, they didn't even know what it hit them. It was described as looking like a giant black cloud.
You know, it was the biggest single-day disaster, civilian loss of life in American history until 9/11.
In total, 2,200 people died, or 1/10 of the city. It was one of the first relief efforts conducted by the American Red Cross and the biggest news event of its time.
The Johnstown flood is an amazing episode in American history.
And Darby, obviously a lot of information to take in. I mean, it was such a historic event in Johnstown. I gotta say, I'm kind of amazed every county we go to, the preservation that they've had of this history has been pretty cool.
Oh yeah, Pennsylvania is one of the most rich states historically, and I just think it's so fascinating visiting all these counties and really discovering the history of America.
And I've not been very good at comprehending history in my life. I was never really good as a history student. I don't read a lot. Some will argue I don't know how to read. Definitely the commenters at home. But I really like that they really lay it out to you, that timeline. And they had the light that guided through the entire process of the flood. I thought that was pretty neat.
In the passion, they're so passionate about the history, and I think that really gets me interested personally.
Definitely. Darby, thank you very much. And obviously, you know, traveling around, looking at all the different things, there's a lot of history in Johnstown. So we thought, you know, why don't we challenge Sean's fear of heights and go to the incline plane? And that's where Devin Jackson did a story. Devin, come on in. It was kind of fun. We'll pick on Sean a little bit later when he comes in. But it was kind of fun making him go on the incline plane.
Yeah, definitely. And it's fun to also go up it, go down it, and it's just a really neat thing to do. And, you know, building off the Johnstown flood, the incline plane played a huge part in that flood and getting people to higher ground. And we'll take a look at me talking to people from the incline plane.
There are incline planes all over the world, but ours is the world's steepest vehicular one.
If you've ever been to Johnstown, chances are you have seen the incline plane. In fact, it brings in people from all over the world.
We see people from Scotland, Thailand, you know, that are coming and visiting because it is such a unique attraction.
The incline plane has the capability to not only transport people, but vehicles as well. The steep plane played a huge role in bringing people to higher ground when floods hit Johnstown.
It was still in operation, of course, during the second and third flood, and it actually served a pretty big role in some of the efforts to, you know, rescue people from that were down below and to bring them up to drier land.
Jessica encourages those who enjoy the views of Johnstown and riding on the incline plane to visit at various points of the year.
It's not just a once-a-year destination. You need to hit it up during every season because every time you come, you're going to see something different. Beautiful fall leaves, beautiful winter scenes. It's an all-season destination.
And that incline plane was pretty neat. I know we got some cool videos. You can find that on our social media as well. But pretty neat, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really neat. And getting the view of Johnstown, downtown Johnstown, the entire city over that observation deck was absolutely beautiful.
I mean, I can't help but take pictures every time I'm up there because it's just the way that the city looks from that view is just fantastic.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Imagine them going through those floods and you see, you know, flooding as you're coming up the incline plane back in the day. And it was actually built, like I said in the video, after that first flood.
Yeah.
And it was there for the second and third floods that hit Johnstown. It was absolutely incredible to have that there for people because otherwise it could have been even more devastation.
Yeah, more devastation for sure. And obviously, you know, the incline plane, very great riding up and down. Doesn't hurt that there's also a nice little ice cream stand there too. We didn't get to have any ice cream there. We had to move on to the next location, but that's definitely something to check out next time.
Yeah, definitely. They had the ice cream right there. They had the souvenir shop as well, and they're actually doing a special this weekend that allows kids to ride free with a paying adult. So if you're in Cambria County and Johnstown, definitely check that out.
Yeah, and I think Jessica was talking about that they're working on some plans or possibly putting a park down there right by the water there. So a lot of great things happening in Cambria County. Devin Jackson, thank you very much.
Thank you.
So obviously it's been great to travel in Johnstown, obviously the biggest city in Cambria County, learning a lot about its history. But you know me, if you watch the morning show, I like food. So one of the places I like to visit, Everyday Gourmet here in Ebensburg. Let's bring in Sean. Sean, after we tortured you on the incline plane, we decided to talk and get to know a little bit about Everyday Gourmet here in Ebensburg.
Oh my gosh, and a really cool place, but an even cooler backstory, and we'll touch on that in a little bit, but opened up in 2011, an instant hit not only in the Ebensburg community and surrounding areas, but also around the country and world.
Definitely, a lot of visitors.
Yeah, and so much so they've even got a guest book just to log where all these visitors are coming from. I know you said you saw somebody from Virginia earlier today.
Yep.
But lots of success, lots of reasons for success. One of those reasons is the family environment that they kind of create, not only for their employees and themselves, but also us as the consumer. And you need that in that type of industry.
And that ties in because, I mean, the family lives right there in the restaurant upstairs, and they have all the pictures of the family. That's the environment that they're really pegging for, yeah.
Exactly. And Charles and Mindy Heinrich literally took their retirement fund to open this place, and they say that fulfilled a lifelong dream.
And I said, I always wanted to own my own restaurant. I said, I don't want to be 83 years old talking to my grandkids saying, I wish I would open a restaurant. This town is great. They really care about their businesses in town and look after us, and we appreciate that.
And obviously, a great place to eat. I mean, I got some food there, and I've got it in the past. I can't help myself. It's so good. But that family atmosphere, as you said, really, really ties everything in.
Oh my gosh, they were so nice to us.
Exactly.
Just really nice people, and they are perfect people to be owners of a restaurant.
Yeah, I know.
You couldn't ask for better people.
Yeah, exactly. And I love the pictures of their kids with food, the spaghetti picture, or the baby in the vegetables. Kind of reminds me a little bit of The Office. Yeah, we'll get in that a little.
Or those huge silverware.
The huge silverware.
The children with the huge forks and spoons. Yeah, that was funny.
But obviously, I mean, their story is I mean, we could spend an entire segment talking about their entire story, from having the water pipes break over Thanksgiving a couple of years back, and then the community rallying around them, and then of course, as he said, he didn't want to regret not doing it. It's something he learned from his grandfather, and they've really taken it here to Ebensburg.
Yeah, absolutely. A big hit around the community, and it was awesome to visit them today.
And a big hit for us. All right, guys, let's bring the whole gang in. Day 4, all wrapped up. Cambria County, a couple of highlights here. Sean on the incline plane. Also worried about the drive up. That was pretty fun. Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun for you guys watching me. I don't want to say that the drive up was fun because you're going up what was like a one-way road, but
exactly. But we have, of course, Nick Thompson, great driver for us, and that awesome Ansley RV. Can't say it enough. I'm going to keep saying it. So that is the end of day 4 for us. If you've missed any of our content from today or earlier in this week, WTAJplus.com, which is what you're on right now. There's a whole lot of articles down below us, I think. I'm pointing at maybe some articles that are there. Click on those. We'll also be keeping you up to date with more behind the scenes videos we saw today. That'll be from, we took a lot of video today.
Yeah,
we did time lapses. Darby had that awesome time lapse today of the incline plane. We've had some behind the scenes with Sean and
I think we had the most behind the scenes with Sean. Just I tell you, the people who are watching at home, I'll tell you, Sean Rapp is an interesting character.
We're gonna dive into that man of mystery as we go on later in this trip. As I said, this is it for Cambria County. We're heading to Cameron County tomorrow. More adventure awaits. A little bit longer trip of us, but we're excited. We want to thank the people at Ansley RV for having that awesome, I want to say, how many of us? It's the 7th member of our team. It's been our home. It's been our station for work, and it's been our edit bay too. And nice quarters for all of us to interact in as well. If you want to keep up to date on our travels, go ahead and follow all of us on social media. For Jordan Tracy, that's me, Sean Rapp, Devin Jackson, Darby Sparks. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.